What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Chris here, and today I'm doing a follow-up deep dive review of this Yui Omni E25 robot vacuum. Now if you saw my earlier comparison video, you know that this E25 stood out in a lot of areas. But now that I've lived with it longer, pushed it through all kinds of real life messes, and tested each and every feature individually, I've got a much more complete and honest picture of what this robot can really do. And let me tell you, this thing has surprised me in a good way. In today's video, we're going to go through some of the real-world performances that we put it through, some of its strengths, quirks, and who this robot vacuum is perfect for. And yes, whether it truly justifies all big claims, especially around that HydroJet deep cleaning system. Now, just to lightly tease what you can expect, the HydroJet Roller Mop always remains clean and it never spreads dirt. So that's just kind of a preview of what you can expect. Now, just a quick note before we begin. Depending on where you're watching this from, between November 20th through 30th, this E25 is at its lowest Black Friday price ever, just $600. And you can get it by tapping my link in the description section below if you want to grab it before that deal disappears. And this thing goes back to its normal price of around $1,000 to $1,500. That's around 50% in savings, which I think is a great deal. Okay, so let's start this video with the number one feature that makes this robot vacuum stand out, the HydroJet deep cleaning system. Now this is a core feature of the E25 experience, and honestly, after testing dozens of robot mops, this one is just different, but in a good way. So what exactly is this unique feature? Well, the HydroJet system on this robot uses a dual scraper structure to clean the roller mop 120 times per minute while the robot is actively mopping. Not when it returns to the base, but during the cleaning process itself. And that's important because most robot mops have a hidden flaw. They mop with a dirty pad, meaning they mop up and re-spread the dirt and grime that it mops up along its job until it goes back to the base station to clean the mop itself. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the E25 different? Well, the roller is continuously cleaned real time on the robot itself, so it always stays fresh. In addition to that, it also applies industry-leading downward pressure, which means basically it scrubs instead of dragging a wet cloth around and across your floors. And then lastly, it's also got the longest roller mop in the industry, so it covers more floor with every single pass. In fact, during my testing, I threw everything at this thing. Dried pasta sauce, dirt, spilled oat milk, even a ketchup challenge. The E25 didn't just smear the stains, it actually lifted and removed them in 1 or 2 passes. Now, here's what really impressed me, and I've done this in a number of other videos. I ran a white towel test after it cleaned, and the towel came up completely clean. Now, to be completely transparent, it wasn't perfect every single time, but it was shockingly good a majority of the time, especially for a robot vacuum that is cleaning on a daily basis and picking up dirt day to day. And then after that, I even flipped the robot over after cleaning, and the roller mop didn't look dirty or brown or even grimy. In fact, it still looked almost fresh and brand new. And again, that's because it's cleaning the mop as it works. It's not dumping and dragging everything back across the floor, making everything dirty. Now, if mopping is important to you, this is the best implementation I've used so far. Now, another feature that I like about this robot vacuum is the duo spiral detangle brushes. Now, this is honestly one of the features that I didn't expect to love this much. Now, a problem that many of the vacuums have or have run into challenges with that I've tested on this channel in the past are hair, pet fur, and long strands that wrap around the brush. And then suddenly, because of that, you're spending 10 minutes cutting the tangles out with scissors or a knife. Well, the solution that this vacuum has employed is retractable dual spiral brushes. This E25 has the industry's leading retractable dual spiral brush design. When it's cleaning your floors, the brushes extend to pick up hair, and when it returns to the station, the arms retract and rotate in both directions, pulling the hair into a dedicated compartment. Now, I've tested this with long hair that was laying on our floors and carpets, dust bunnies, and also pet hair from our dogs. After a full cleaning cycle, I flipped the robot over, and I'll be honest, I expected at least some tangles, but there was nothing wrapped around the brushes. Zero. The detangle function worked flawlessly. Now, if your home has pets or long hair, this alone is worth upgrading for. Okay, now let's talk about suction power, because this robot vacuum comes packed with 20,000 PA of suction power. That makes it one of the strongest consumer robot vacuums out on the market right now. Now, I put this robot vacuum through cereal spills, dirt and oats, coffee grounds, deep carpet fur, and dust buried in the carpet itself, as well as crumbs and all kinds of other debris. This E25 had no hesitation. It automatically increases suction when needed, such as when it detects carpet, and I could literally see the carpet fibers lifting off of the carpet itself. In fact, after a full vacuum cycle, I went back through and did not find a speck of material or debris in the carpet at all. When it comes to vacuuming, Eufy claims that this E25 can handle 1-inch carpet piles, and yeah, it even took on the thickest area rug in my house without choking on fibers. Now, if suction performance matters to you, this vacuum is a monster. Now, another feature that has become a critical must-have in robot vacuums is corner edge cleaning. This vacuum is equipped with a corner rover edge cleaning arm. This is another feature that I appreciate because it solves the problem that always comes as a challenge, which is corners. Now, most robots that I've tested miss the edges and they leave that annoying line of dust. This E25 uses the corner rover retractable arm, which extends when it approaches edges or corners, and it pulls the debris directly into the suction path of the vacuum. Now, I've tested this out on corners in my home where I knew some debris and particles were left over and where dust typically collects. And this E25 hit each one of those corners with precision and accuracy. And yes, the corners were actually clean after the vacuum passed through. Now, this is one of the very few robots that I tested that actually does a good job when it comes to corner cleaning. Now, when it comes to intelligent obstacle avoidance, or as Eufy likes to call it, AIC, this robot vacuum recognizes over 200 plus object types, including cords, toys, shoes, socks, pet items, and even unexpected floor clutter. And it's even got a low light LED assist when the room gets dark. What's nice about this feature is that the E25 activates a small LED to help it visually identify objects. Now, this is actually super useful because a lot of robot vacuums struggle in dim hallways or with nighttime cleaning, and sometimes even under sofas and chairs. Now, in my daily usage, this robot has done a great job avoiding things like dog toys, phone chargers, shoes and cushions, even hair clips, and also dishes and water bowls. It pretty much avoided everything except one tiny Lego piece. But honestly, no robot avoids 100% of micro objects. Overall, it's still very reliable and very smart. Now, when it comes to this all-in-one station, this is pretty much your maintenance hub. The station automatically empties dust, it refills clean water, it handles dirty water disposal, and it washes and dries the roller mop, and it also stores everything in one compact footprint. The best compliment I can give this station is I never have to even think about it. And that's exactly what you want from a high-end robot vacuum, something that you can leave and let and forget. In addition to that, Eufy has also got an amazingly intelligent and useful app. It's clean, simple, and it's super responsive. You get smart dirt detection, custom suction and mop settings, room zones, no-go zones, cleaning history, voice control via smart home devices, and a huge plus, Matter support for future smart home integration. Everything that you'd expect from a premium robot offering. And then another 2 quick but thoughtful touches. The packaging that this robot comes in is 95% recyclable. And you've also got valet charging, meaning that it automatically charges during off-peak hours to save on energy and reduce electricity costs. I love seeing eco-design done in a way that's practical and user beneficial, and it also saves money. Okay, so after months of extensive testing, here is my honest take on this Omni E25 from Eufy. Now, the things that this E25 does exceptionally well are its best-in-class continuous mop cleaning. It's also got one of the most impressive anti-hairbrush systems that I've tested to date. It's got monster-level suction power as well as legit corner cleaning. And it's also got great obstacle avoidance, and it's fully hands-free maintenance. So if you're someone who has a home with pets, or even a home with a larger floor plan, or you're someone who cares about actual mop cleaning performance, or you're someone who's wanting set it and forget it automation, then this robot vacuum is for you. Also, some minor things to know and consider. This E25 combo is definitely on the premium side. The station also does take up, as you can see, some floor space, but really it's not actually that much. And it's extremely thorough, which means that it runs longer, but it also cleans better in the end. Overall, my verdict, if you want a robot that truly handles both vacuuming and deep mopping, and does it consistently with minimal effort and little engagement from you, this is absolutely one of the top performing robots that I've used this year. Now, if you want to pick one of these up for yourself, remember, during Black Friday, you can get this E25 at its lowest price ever, at around $600, using my links in the description section below. Also, if you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comment section below. I'll try to answer every one as best I can. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.